Okay. Hello, those of you watching the VOD. I forgot to press the record button before I started streaming. This is a sort of like, I'm going for as long as I can stream. It's already been 2 hours, which is crazy. What happened in that time? I did cry. You guys missed me crying. We attempted to get the kids out, but the mean girl, her friend Alexis, and Rosalina ended up going further into the mines, and then we had to go in for, then like the mines started like rumbling, and I saw this big like slab that had a bunch of people's hands with like chains on them, and it like entranced both me and Tabitha, and made us pass out. And then we woke up and we found the girls and we made our way out, and everyone's safe and alive, but Rosalina is in the hospital and her foot is gone. And it was a really stressful time. And I spent the morning with Oscar to be like, hey man, you okay? Parenting's hard, and it's hard to do things alone, and it's hard to parent alone, and it's hard to go through a traumatic experience that like you've literally never been through, but your child is currently going through, and it's all very complicated and hard, and I just want to be there for you as a fellow adult in this space. That was also there. I met the mayor. It's a dog. And I have just invited Tabitha and Avery to go ghost hunting with us, as well as met the pastor, and I tried to convince him to come with us, but he really didn't want to come with us. Yelling. I don't know if you guys heard that beeping. Yeah, that's, I think, everything you missed game-wise. I am so sorry I forgot to hit record. And we will continue on. My hope and my dream with this stream is to get us as close to where my friend TJ and I are in our game as possible. And while I've hit record again, just to reiterate, my schedule now is Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays. On Sunday, Monday, Thursday, it's 4 to 6/7, depending on how I'm feeling. And on Fridays, it's 2 to 5/6, depending on how I'm feeling. Today is a special stream because I was feeling very woozy during yesterday's stream and I cut it short, so I wanted to do extra today to make up for it, because I really like this game and I really want to share it. And oh my god, you guys didn't even see that animation. Maybe we'll get to see the next one. I don't mean that to stigmatize mental illness in any kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see them that tells me to get away from him. It did that with us too. When we met the pastor, the mystic, specifically the mystic voice was like, I fucking hate this guy. He sucks. Everything he says is the worst thing in the world. Which is very funny, because up until now, the mystic's just been very poetic, very like, oh my god, bad things are happening in this space. And not just, this guy fucking sucks. And I think it's funny, but also concerning. Because if you get the mystic to be like, this guy fucking sucks, then man, what's up with you? That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way now that I think about it. He must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. I wonder if the pastor's cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me. Take a menu option that requires 2 traits? Oh, because I pressed a street smart first, and then it was this one. Neat. What's happening here? Oh. I love that my grandmother gives the absolute least amount of information as possible in any given setting. She sent information about a cat vet, and it was just their prices. And to be able to find the website or the business or whatever, it was cut off at the top. And all she sent as a text with it was cheap cat vet. I love her very much. She's the light of my life. And only a little bit frustrating. Because it's also like, who's this for? Is this for the... Because it was in the family group chat. Is it the family that lives way up in Prince Rupert, or is the family that lives here on the island? Those are two very separate resources. And the way everyone dislikes him seems excessive, unnaturally excessive. I know this is weird coming from me, but not everything in town has to be spooky for supernatural reasons. Sometimes people just give off bad vibes. Agreed. We're allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong. That we know of. Okay. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? Oh, interesting. You are renowned violinist. Thank you so much. You are getting banned. Thank you. Because that was a bot. And we don't fuck with bots here. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? Oh right, I'm on a different screen. There we go. There's no such thing as early as when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey! Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Bustly, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentlessly making sure I got all the Bustly updates. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. God, I wish I took the animal talking trait so I knew what Gertrude was saying. Gretchen! But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy-chew dog jerky stuffed away. But we go everywhere together. Oh, do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Well, what about you, Bustly? Are you coming in? Oh, sure, I trust dogs. Why doesn't Gretchen like you, Reese? I'll wait for Stella and Kanika. Silently wait. Oh, sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven, the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not putting around my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. Oh, I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen. I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edge, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corner of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Do you need us to sneak you out of here? This place feels like a prison. Your mom really looks out for you. Kanika's right. Your mom's scary. So Estelle told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days. Your whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry. What are you sick with? Your art. Each piece exudes a sickening miasma. It's like you can feel something squirming behind the painting. The brushstroke acting as a steel bar, trapping something anguish beneath it. Slap these bad boys on a mug, you can make a buck or two. I feel the emotion you put into these. They're writhing, just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish. I know what you mean. I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever plagues me into the painting. And when they're done, it feels like I've been emptied out. And all the vile things inside of me have been sealed away in the canvas. It's Wayne. It's why I make so many of them. Sometimes I return to a piece. It's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There are some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings in. Sounds kind of like therapy. That seems healthy, probably. Yeah, art therapy. Sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right? I think so. It works for me, at least. I guess whatever works. You need us to sneak you out of here. That's quite a movie collection you've got, any Rex? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shinochi? Blood Death? Death Blood? I saw that for the first time recently, and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I would usually be down for that, but we've got to head to Oscar's after this. We promised to Ghostbusters' place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain check on that movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night, same goes for Busley. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. I don't think he's the type to have people posing for his shit. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. Yes, ma'am. Oop. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You felt this before, in the dusty tunnels you so narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream heard through layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You feel lightheaded. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. Open the door, 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 open the door. Oh! Snap yourself out of it. Thank you, Mystic. I'll put that in a second. I just wanted to check everything. Snap yourself out of it. You do your best to snap yourself out of it, turning into the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stellis is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Given her protectiveness towards Reese, you find it odd that he's seated between the two of you rather than the other way around. It's almost as though she's guarded, not only towards you and Stella and Kanika, but towards her son as well. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy homemade pasta sauces, No, thank you, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. I'm not saying that one. Someone have two parents. What exactly does he have? It must break your heart having to isolate your son from the world like this. Do you think Reese might feel better if he got to see people? Why are you so hooked on computers? He's a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skills, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Okay. What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy, messy, like all kids. And I always had those little projects. I don't like how I said that. And I always had those little projects. Videos or crafts or animal rescues. Whatever it was that had captured their imagination that week. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh god, not this squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think that dog could Frankenstein him back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media. And very sad about that squirrel. It's one of those things that keeps me up at nights. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. Okay. Thank you for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. You remind me of what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers eating me out of house and home. Should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through. Honestly, it was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. Okay. We'll see what we can say about the danger. Where were you when Rosalina got hurt? Well, we don't have to do that. Police contacted you about Duke's body. You see any weird hairless creatures? Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? Do you know Sam Wayne? I don't like anything there. You remain silent, quietly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Busley's still in town? We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, dog. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like it's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone, just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask permission from my mom to have friends. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house. Please just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now's when he needs friends the most. No, now's when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do was just get in the way. So just leave, please. Don't think I don't know something's up here. Sorry, we'll get out of your way. Good. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. Hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. The door to the clinic felt like it had the same pull on me as the carving in the mine. Do you think that there's something back there? Another one of those carvings is back there, I'm certain. Okay, that's really weird. If we find it, do you think you'd get another vision? I'm just spitballing here, but I wonder if that carving showed you what that carving showed you last night is related to the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow while we're watching a movie. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on the bad vibe Busley got. And my mystic voice. You always forget my mystic voice. Do you think Reese might have a supernatural affliction? That's what I think. Do either of you get the impression that the doctor is afraid of Reese? She never turned her back towards him. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what it's like for both of them to go through. Yeah, but if she was being overprotective, she'd have sat between us and him. She had her back to the window. That's interesting. If anyone should be afraid of anyone in that house, Reese should be afraid of his mom. I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly's good people. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick, but it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun's setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. I'm going to quickly... Everything's sort of in the way here. I'm just going to quickly... Oh. It did take everything. There's a guy right there. Okay. Stop it. Insert you there. Insert you there. And there are guys right there. I'm just going to cover them back up so you don't have to see them anymore. But like, maybe Stella's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. But you know that's not the case. There's something old and powerful in there, and you can feel it stir as the sun sets and the daylight fades away. You can't help but feel like you're about to walk into a slasher movie. You run through a mental list of everyone who's joining you, trying to figure out if you'd make it to the end. Who are you kidding? Order doesn't matter. Stella or Kanika is probably the final girl. Enter the library. You don't think you're final girl material, Busley? Just as the exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throng of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hi, Oscar. Hey! You're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side nonstop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into a real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. I've got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video camera, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies, and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready in a bug-out bag somewhere? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop in to grab more stuff once it starts getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Avery! Hey. Hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any of the creepy paranormal stuff? Avery! Glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. Glad there'll be someone else with a level head in there tonight. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready. Oh, you know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday, and that mine only collapsed again after 100 years while y'all were in there? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. There's something back there. I felt it earlier when I was visiting Oscar, and it's even stronger now. It's a supernatural death trap. There's ghosts. There's nothing unexplainable when mine collapsed. There could always be a rational... This whole town's a supernatural death trap. I swear it's not usually like this. It's really a nice place to visit most of the time. Just not this week, apparently. Yeah, you can tell from all the shuttered storefronts and jaded residents. Maybe this place has been a metaphorical death trap for a long time and it's decided to be a little more obvious about it now. The leaves are pretty. The leaves are really pretty this time of year, though. They sure are. See, it has its charms. Zane! Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way was I ever gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it! I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up once she gets here. Well, if y'all are itching to get started, let's go through the back. It's through the back. Follow me. Tabitha. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug bags before heading out towards the junction connecting Oscar's house to the library. Looks like the sun's almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You're not gonna do this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina. Rosalina, what the hell? You're seriously injured. You're come with us. It's her house, too. Rosalina, what the hell? You were seriously injured. Exactly. You should rest. We'll have this taken care of in a few hours. I done enough resting. It's not like hobbling around the library is any different than hobbling around in our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. I've got to learn how to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds. And our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The doctor did say I should encourage you to practice walking. Okay. You can come along, but if you get tired or if it starts to hurt, you let me know right away. Thanks, Dad. Now let's get our house back. That's my beautiful baby girl. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. And there's that feeling again. Like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzy feeling. Something is in the house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you can't know. I am once again going to move this to show you the little guy. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment's picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up the camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Tabitha! The gang's all here! And this is the most amount of people that could have been here! Yeah. Oh. Yay! Okay. Hold on. You're not taking my cousin along on any more of your hijinks without me. I love her. Tabby! I can't believe you had the audacity to give me the slip earlier today, Bustly. After I explicitly asked you not to. At least you did me the courtesy of letting me know exactly where you'd be tonight so I didn't have to waste my time looking for you. Great. She made it. Wow, Bustly, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know. Bustly, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? She just wants to make sure I don't get hurt. What? I like her. We're friends. I'm just placating her. I like her. We're friends. Really? Sure, why not? We're friends now, I guess. Deal with it. Wow, Bustly, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah. Amazing. That is a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Oh, wait. Is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely felt that. Same. I got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa. A genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? That isn't very scary. Shouldn't you have seen it? Come on, Ghost, let's see some real action. I'm scared, let's just leave. We'll split up and search for clues. Maybe it's just shy. We're wasting time here. Oscar said the ghost is in Rosalina's room. Great, we found the ghost. Case closed, good work, team. Maybe it's just shy. It's possible it doesn't like crowds. It's only ever shown himself while I was alone. You're welcome, then. We busted it just by showing up. I can't believe you were so weak that you were driven out of your house by a ghost that's too afraid to show itself. Dad, you said it usually comes out at night, right? I guess it means it still has time to show up. I thought you weren't convinced any of this is real, Rosalina. If my dad believes in it this much, I'm gonna keep an open mind. God, what if it is all just in my head? I'm not sure if it'd be more of a relief or embarrassment. I know this cold spot's solid evidence, though I won't be satisfied until we see a full-bodied apparition. Hey, Oscar, if we wind up seeing this thing, how spooky is it gonna look? Scale of 1 to 10. It's a 10. Definitely a 10. That's what I like to hear. Maybe we should all wander off on our own or split up into smaller groups. Could raise our chance of seeing it. Oh, if that's the case, I call dibs on Busley. In your dream, Stella, Busley's sticking with me. We'll search the least dangerous room, like a bathroom or the closet. If we're splitting up, I'll be the one sticking by Busley, Tabitha, not you. Not that it matters, though, because we're not doing that. Ghost or no, splitting up is always a recipe for disaster. Thank you, Kanika. You're probably right. If we discover a ghost here, we should all discover it together. That's not exactly the angle I was going for, but okay. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we gonna get rid of it? Like, how does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, bunch of salt, and some jaws for ectoplasm. And if worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards like super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. That sounds like fun to me. We might as well try it, right? What's the worst that could happen? We make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence? Sounds like a win-win. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really freaked you out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. I like her sitting here. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about that damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment's wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. The stain is an attempt at expression. There are no words, no decipherable pattern, but you can still feel it. A cry for help from something that has lost its voice. Something is crying out for help. I think y'all are focused too much on cleaning the stain, not enough on what it's made of, which is blood. Ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Busley and Stella are suggesting. I don't know. Ghost blood sounds pretty intense. Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what causes the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe underneath the floor? What if there's something written under it? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Stella, no! This is someone else's house. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. worst possible thing they could have found under there. Hands down. My God. Who's talking to me? One sec, guys, while we just sort of take in the fact that that happened. Just checking Renfair messages. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained in reddish brown. Oh, what if there isn't a ghost after all? What if someone lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch? No, we're going down the right. Remain silent in the face of this new discovery. Whoa, a hidden hatch. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement to this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. Look at all the red stuff. It's coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, all right. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment's made a sound. Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever's under that hatch. There must be a leak in the floor and that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. Simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested wrong. It can't be blood. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. Again. No way, there's no hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella, this is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered that they may have tried to seal it up because it's unsafe? Do you think the flooding could have made the whole house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I do not know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Okay. This is where things start getting really fucky and concerning. So fair warning. Things are gonna get real fucking spooky up in this bitch. And we're going to see how we fare. You come into Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. At least, physically, this is Oscar's living room. Spiritually and mentally, you've been ripped away to some other place. And the painting's gone. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Okay. This is what we theorized when TJ and I played this first. When we first got to this bit and we got through and we were like, if we invited Tabitha, would she have been there with us, experiencing these things? And here she is. So this is something that's happening to the Scarlets and about the Scarlets specifically. Some friend Stella turned out to be, she keeps ditching me. Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? It was the ghost. Okay, what the hell is going on? Must be a gas leak. Hey, is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement. Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must be misremembering things. Let's go. Wait, we're not done. What if the others are passed out and No, you're right. There should be a door there. Shouldn't be a door there. Because it was just an entrance. I kept looking down there and being like, oh my god, what's down that hallway? And it's their house. Clearly, whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. I'm gonna try and go for like an hour-ish more. Because I didn't get a recording and I'm making up for lost time. And also, loving you so much. I love this fucking game. And it's about to get to the fuckiest part. And there's no way I can just stop in the middle of it. So in the very least, I'm going to get to the end of this chapter. Because it's the end of the chapter after this, I'm pretty sure. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. I'm also sorry. I very quickly just need to send a picture to my friend, to TJ, to be like, oh my god, she's here. She's here. She's here, streaming right now. Forgot to record like half. But I'm recording the most important part. Okay. TJ knows. I'm using collage as a way to signify that it's disconcerting and otherworldly is such a beautiful and fascinating way to frame things, especially in something that's specifically an art medium, where changes in like even just the art style are so significant. Like that's a whole bit that they had in Slay the Princess, was that her art style kept getting worse and worse in one of the bits because of how we were interacting with her and how we were treating her. It's just, God, I love Abby Howard. She's the best. Ah, ow. Sorry. Something isn't right. It feels like late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet. The scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. This. Tabitha, please tell me I'm the only one that's seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You see the creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens that Stella and I found in the woods. Behind the thorns? Oh. Hold on, I'll move it. I'll move the thing for you guys again. There he is. I kind of like the ones that appear in here, though. This is so cool. Pinch Tabitha to see if you're dreaming. Let's call the cops. Did we die? Tell me I'm not the only one that sees a scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? And also, just so you know, that's what a ditchling is. Do you see that creature behind the thorns? That's one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Ew. Okay. Did we die? Don't be so dramatic. I think I'd know if we were dead. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? I forgot she just pops up like that. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadow rises to attention. Stella. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Huh? I thought Oscar said the county owned this place. Is this what ghost hunts are usually like? Eddie, it's Charlie. What? The presents. The presents? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine. Eddie. You've gotta be kidding me. This isn't Stella. This is the lover. Alright, Edwardine. Can you show us the way out? Stella, are you okay? You don't look good right now. You're not Stella. Quit messing around. This is definitely a dream. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I wasn't sure if you were back, but I'm glad you did. It's good to see you. So mystic. gets to know what the script is. This isn't Stella. This is the lover. What are you talking about? The part of me that lets me know who other people are says that this is the lover. Look, I'm just telling you what I know. And what I know is that this isn't Stella right now. This is the lover. The part of me that lets me know who other people are. Black Tabby always has an interesting way of making the game mechanics interact with the characters. So having this be what we say, the part of me that lets me know who other people are says that this is the lover. It used to say that this was Stella. What, pray tell, does that little part of your brain tell you I am? Tabitha. Maybe because I'm home. Don't be like that. I'm not gonna share things with you. It says Tabitha. Good to know you're not completely broken. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. And you absolutely shouldn't have showed up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what my father might do. Oh crud, I think I missed a line. Oh my, I wouldn't want to cross father. I shall be away at once. Still, I'm really scared right now. Come with me, Eddie. Haven't you always wanted to see the coast? Now's your chance. You can just leave. Yeah, you two rehearsed this. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent from Normandy, and now I'm the only scarlet left besides my father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up, shut up. She can't. She's clearly possessed. This is getting old really fast. How do we snap around? If this is Stella the ghost, Edward and Scarlet. Do I know that name? I'm more important than your responsibilities. Screw your family. Screw my family. Why are we letting the choices made by our fathers destroy our lives too? Tabitha stares at you, speechless. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. I'll get you out of here, Stella. I promise. You're right. What I came back for isn't worth it. But you are. I won't leave the holler without you. If you change your mind, I'll be around. I'll get you out of here, Stella. I promise. She's... I wonder if Gretchen would have said anything in that spot if you had the animal. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything happens. We have to go after Stella. Absolutely not. We are not being drawn deeper into this weird garden, greenhouse, whatever it is. She yanks your arm, pulling you back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Step forward and open the door. Bells ring. A cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figures from the garden sit in the corner. A figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. Oh, the perspective's so interesting. We're a baby. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for the phone to connect. Hey, what? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Oh! Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus. Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on a rail, too. Make an example of the whole family. Because you're just in the library. I can rescue a cat. Later. What goes? Charlie, no, Junior, we can prevent them. Great. Got Tabitha. Okay, I'll pack real good. Mom, what's going on? I'm not gonna have to deal with you doing this all night. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us time. We're only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Oh, yeah, does something say? Do you know something? Mom's talking about the collapse, right? Is that who you think that little girl is? But yeah, you're right. Listen to him, Charlie. Just Charlie? Charlie? Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy. You and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to keep any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? This is despicable. Charles Shaw wasn't even responsible for the collapse in the first place. Do you think Rosalina is okay standing like that? This sex information must be more than how many rooms here are. I'm scared of that. Daddy said when he's not here, I'm the man of the house, so you don't get to push us around, mister. I'll call the police. I can't imagine what it must be like to be driven out of your home like this. Maybe it wasn't actually as bad. Maybe it's exaggerating things. Trust me, boy. The coppers ain't coming here now. Unless you think you can talk to an adult like that. Maybe they should have had you working the mines too instead of lazing around this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. Okay, Charlie. You can make new ones even better than these. It's good for them. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyways. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. The mother whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? Who did you talk to on the phone with? Who did you call? Okay, let's pack us together. What do we know? There's so many additions here. Players up together. You said we're not dead. Well, I guess there's only one way to get out. At the end of this, shall we? Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? And where's Wayne? Is he not here because his ex is here? I want to talk to him. Your guess is as good as mine. Who'd you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Okay, there's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. What do we know? What's going on? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least. What was that noise? What was that plastic crinkling noise? You heard the sound of a boy getting into something he shouldn't have? Okay, I hear a baby. Do I see a baby? Baby. You wanna come see? I really don't know where my cat is. I hear him making noises. Anyways. And whatever we saw in this room at least happened right after the Shaw Mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. Right, there's only one way to get out of this. Shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. Oh, a baby! But a baby! Oh. Some of the ditchings are kind of funny and, kind of cute. You're outside and it's night. A false moon looms massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Ugh, what magic words do I have to say to let us go? I'm sorry, okay? Whatever my family did to piss you off so much, I'm sorry. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? The witch. That's spooky. The shadow does keep getting closer. Can you go? Get you out of here. Listen, the figure. Back off, lady. I don't know you, and if you know what's good for you, you don't know me either. I do want Tabitha to know what's going on. This one's called the witch. Spooky. This ghost really has a flair for the dramatic, doesn't it? There's no need to be... this witch has a flair for the dramatic, doesn't it? There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Everything and Charlie, the plot thickens. Don't talk about my family, and I don't need life advice from some old broad. Old broad, young'uns. Whoever we're talking to has been dead for a really, really long time. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady does not plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were happy again. Just think of what would happen to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? What happened to our parents and to you as you women? We would never be like them. We love each other. My mother just loved his money. As soon as it was gone, so was she. And then all he loved was booze. Me and Eddie aren't like that. What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather, who was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. I don't know much besides that, so don't bother asking. Okay. We would never be like them. We love each other. My mother just loved his money. As soon as it was gone, so was she. And then all he loved was booze. Me and Eddie aren't like that. Tabitha stares ahead and nobody sees. The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can go to sleep. No more misfortune, not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. The witch mimes handing you something. Everything you need to know is on that map. Don't trust wherever this lady is. She's got some kind of a dream. Thoughts? What's that misfortune is stepping out of the holler? Is it time? Oh, an item to quest for when we get out of here. Breaking bonds, drawing a map, sounds like a quest. Understand. Is this map in some kind of poem? That's where you'll find them. You leave her there, then read what I've written down and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out of here. Unless you have any okay, let's find the way out of here. Unless you have any ideas. I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end, or until we die, whichever. Before the two of you can leave, the smell hits you. Sweating, suffocating flesh with a tinge of the saccharine, stomach-churning scent of decay. Wayne! There you are. Hi, baby. I would have found you sooner, but the resonant clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? How did you get in here? Oh, hey, it's south of that. Hey, Wayne. You want to figure this out with us? Don't talk to it. Let Busley speak. I'm no enemy. Don't listen to it either. What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Busley. Why can't you do as my ass and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella, is that her name? Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Please don't do anything, Stella. She's already had a hard time. Tap the bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Ah, I was talking to him. Stella. You either know something about Wayne that I don't, or you have a pretty interesting coping mechanism. What's he gonna do? Are you okay? That could have been easy for you to see. Who is he? Aw, lover's quarrel. Tell me now, did you kill Sam Wayne? You either know something about Wayne that I don't, or you have a pretty interesting coping mechanism. That thing isn't Sam Wayne. Couldn't you smell it? Can we please just go and drop it? I want to spend another second thinking about what we just saw. Okay. Oh, right. This part really fucking sucks. It was really excruciating to watch. Heads up. The two of you step out from the brush into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking you. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. And there's a lot of crying. As the caretaker is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. The father lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let all my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry I'm leaving you all alone now. So this is the dad, played by the dad. Oscar, I'm so sorry. It's okay, I'll forgive you. Play along. Oscar, I'm so sorry. This looks especially painful. Like, on an emotional level. Even if everyone else could understand what we were saying, I wonder if he can even hear us. Careful, buddy. Are you okay? I've got a baby coming in. Hold on. I'm going to turn the mic off for a second so I can... It's just darkness. You don't get to see my little void. A sweet baby. Okay. Hi, sweetheart. I'm going to... Oh, I'm caught on the microphone. Adjust everything. Sorry about all of that noise. Oh, right, we're still crying. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Struck a nerve? Something on your mind? People really need to learn how to let things go. Not for that. For what you did to our family. We could have just started over someplace new, but instead you became the son of a bitch the Scarlets made you out to be. That's not a bad point, actually. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, right. All of them have names. All of them have names. So Stella was labeled as the lover, and Zach as the caretaker, and who else have we seen so far? The father now, instead of just Oscar, the Kanika was labeled as the witch, which gives us so much more information because that means something Sybil's... I need to talk to Sybil more. Who else did we talk to? I don't remember. It's crazy. Having the Mystic gives more substance to the visions you get. Like, for anyone watching the VOD, I'm talking to TJ in the chat. But which is also, hello? Speaking of, give me 1 second. The chat box is not working. Okay, that's fine. We don't need to. I'll figure that out later. But like, there was more vision to the vision in the mind. Like, I got full like, not like little like cuts of like what could be happening. I got a full like, dude was talking to Mr. Scarlet being like, hey man, you purposefully bought bad wood to put as our masks, and now things are going to be bad and they're going to die. And the guy behind the desk, the Scarlet, was like, strong and talk to animals. Yeah, it's so crazy. There was one point where I thought of your animal playthrough where I was like, fuck. It's in this. I was wondering if we had the animals speak with animals, like Gretchen would be saying something, but she's with Stella the whole time. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. I love this game so much. They destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Good game. Good game, TJ. Oh, and I guess for the VOD people, they did say they specified they ran their run through that they're currently doing is with the traits strong and talk to animals. I do want to play a little. I hope they have some sort of version at the end once you've played to be like, yeah, you can. This is the one where you can pick all of the options. I don't want to like win the game, but I want to see what they all are. I want to see if they all interact differently. Because I also just got an achievement that was like, oh yeah, you picked an option that required like 2 separate traits. Like, I'd picked a street smart option, and then within that there was a mystic option in like the second screen. Okay. Not until our name is cleared, not until you can pass on this name with God. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there, tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Okay. Do you think that's why he's getting close to Edward Dean? So wait, this is after the scene with Rosalina and before the scene with Stella. Oh right, the scene with Rosalina. That was just, they were called the mother and the mom. Easy, simple. She did. Spoiler alert, TJ. I did mess up the mind stuff a little bit. Game audio is a little loud, noted. He is crying right now. It's very quiet on my side, but that's because when we were playing, the game was blasting in my ears. Thank you. Thank you for the help on audio. Oh, I can also boop, boop. There we go. Oops, I don't like that. There we go. How's it feeling now? Do we like it? We don't like the screams, but the levels. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. Rosalina doesn't have a leg anymore. It's a bad noise. It's a very bad noise. Rosalina doesn't have a leg, but I did get all the kids out alive. It was really close because I did like want to test out that like if we had even hesitated for a second to talk, would it have changed anything? And it did. It did. The girls got farther in, and it took a lot longer to search for them, but I was also way too scared to do more than one talking thing. So we did find them, and we did get them all out, but Rosalina did lose her leg. But she's baking us a cake, so That's nice. I don't know. That happened in mine too. I think Keen Eye is what helped us save Rosalina in our other playthrough as well. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because Keen Eye probably had us see notice Rosalina about to leave because she was like hesitating a little bit. So that makes sense. I'll see what I can do. Get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Damn it, boy. I may not have till morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back and at very least show that Enoch bastard what for. I promise. I'll go back. And the mystic option helped me stay away from the door and be more polite to the mom. And I was very tempted to just not take that option, but I figured if we're going there anyways to snoop around more, might as well just be on her good side and not act like I'm already snooping around her stuff, you know? It's fascinating. I love this game. You watch the father's body seize and fall through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of the bottles with him, and the crying. Thank you. This ghost is so full of it. Okay, your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. But I want to talk to Wayne. It's fine. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. The entity? Climbing up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man, though you've gotten sloppy. You should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. What the hell is the entity? We'll get you out of this, Avery, I promise. Who's this? I'd like to see the old man try. What are we really saying? Who are you? Are you one of Eddie's brothers? I thought they were dead. Interesting. What the hell is the entity? Why should I know? I don't have your weird thing with people's names. I also gave her the option of like, it wasn't even a mystic option, but when I was like, hey, Stella's being called the lover here. She was like, what do you mean she's being called the lover? And I was like, well, the thing, and this was an option of like the one I picked, which was the thing that tells me how to, oh God, no, I gotta go find it because it was insane. Come on, let's get to the lover. Wayne. I am going to get a personal playthrough where all I do is romance Wayne. And that's it. The mother. The lover. Okay. Yeah, you two rehearsed this. The part of me that lets me know who other people are says that this is the lover. It used to say that this was Stella. I think that's a fascinating way to say that, especially with Black Tabby's penchant for making the game's mechanics a relationship with the player. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. Tabitha, does our family have a history of locking folks up in some sort of rich people dungeon? Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? I, too, hate the Scarlets, except for the lovely Edwardine. Please do tell me of their secrets and lies. I'm not him. I'm not him? But if we're not Charlie, who are we? A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now, it runs in hers. climbing up the trellis. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man, though you've gotten sloppy. No. Are you one of her brothers? No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner, another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. Oh, because yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you. I could have just looked over and had that mystery solved for me in 2 seconds. Thank you so much, TJ. I connected the dots myself. Ah. Okay, that was not a mystery that needed to be solved. We're fine. It seems your little trysts bore fruit. And, oh, will you we're playing together. Parallel play. And, oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? I forgot to turn my notifications off. All of China knows you're queer. It came up on the stream. Tabitha's eyes go wide. I don't follow. Fruit as in what? Excuse me, that's private. Wait, I'm gonna be a daddy? How did you know that? Who are you? Shh, let it talk. I think this might be important. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. Oh, hey, Tabitha, isn't that place in our house? The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourself pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. Tabitha, I want to be here. Do you get what's going on here? There's so many locks. I can't free you if that's what you're after. Stop talking. We might miss something. Can you not tell at this point that I'm also part of this seed? Don't shush me. I'm right. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. So, with it being called the entity, what if it's like that same, because there's it's every curse has the harbinger of doom, the harbinger, the secret savior, the cursed, and the guy who really should have been cursed in the first place. And the guy who really should have been cursed in the first place, unfortunately, in this situation is Tabitha. I'm the guy who's being cursed. Oh, you just clicked something. What did you just do? Okay. Well, everything seems fine on this end. So, I'm gonna move that key before you decide that it's a toy. If I forget where that key went, I have a recording. I put it in the concrete head where my pens live. So, future Ty, if you need that key, it's there. Hopefully I'll remember to look at the videos to see, because I'll be like, oh, when I put my key away while I was on stream and I want to like go far for it, etc., whatever. Okay. You can't tell me what to do. Well, Tabitha, you heard it. I'd better leave town. I wish I could. Absolutely not. I'm not leaving without her, especially if what you say is true. This guy's got nobody to blame but himself. You hear that, Ghost? You were given every warning. You could have just left. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far from you, from Scarlet Hollow as possible. Then this is probably the savior the secret savior, because often there's like some sort of old witch or old man or guy who looks kind of not good on the outside, like a guy imprisoned or a dirty old gross man with a sheet over his head. Wayne is the entity. I hear that the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? Could be nice. I'm guessing he doesn't do that. You're wrong. I know it's possible. I have that weird map. I have the spell or whatever it is. Me and her are gonna get out of here. You've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. It. The same way Tabitha referred to Wayne. I'm connecting the dots. They're connecting. I'm connecting them. Stella. Okay, I'll promise we'll figure out how for you soon. Eddie, are you pregnant? How doesn't know that? This is too much. I want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. Tell me everything. Why were you riveted to that conversation? Yeah, I feel pretty sick the whole time you've been here. What's the deal with that room? Are we related to Charlie? Do you know where in the state we're supposed to be right now? Let's move on. I don't want to leave our friends in the ghost clutches. Tell me everything. Why were you riveted to that conversation? Charlie isn't related to us, if that's what you're asking. I know that much, I think. But I guess there were some family secrets I was never let in on. I was just surprised. What are you doing, baby? He doesn't understand why I've made a new room. Goodbye. You can go in here, remember? Carefully and please. Thank you. Okay. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place, hopefully. It's really nice having someone here with me. No matter what type of playthrough I go through, if I ever do stuff, I'm only taking Tabitha with me no matter what, because at least she'll stay present with me. You and Tabitha walk after Stella into the darkness. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. The lover stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. Ugh, I don't know, but this feels much worse than the last room. Guy's like right there. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. This one's extra creepy. Of course, it's a present. When you look at it, you can remember all the fun we have. I guess we're supposed to be kids now. Yeah, I guess this is before everything else we saw. Hopefully it means that it's almost over. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Dang, even possessed Stella's out here trying to monetize hobbies. If we're nearing the end of things, do we have a plan yet? That's the plan. I want to be a traveling performer. Why don't you come with me? We can go from town to town putting on shows for other kids. I guess that didn't work out for him. A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, we could go to towns along the beach. I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Again with the beach. I wish we could go back in time all those years and tell them what we know. Me too. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. Okay. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. If you get to this part, TJ, let me know if Gretchen talks. A single spot remains, illuminating a trapdoor at the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. Are we back in Rosalina's room? This wouldn't be Rosalina's room. Open the trapdoor. You step wordlessly towards the trapdoor. It creaks open, all on its own. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. The goat and the wolves. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy to get... Eddie? Oh god, I'm actually gonna be sick this time. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. So Edward Dean was a murderer. Whatever it is Enoch did, we can undo it. What is that supposed to mean? Who is Edward Dean in relation to us? Are we in hell? Maybe we're in purgatory. Whatever Enoch did, we can undo it? What the hell is that even supposed to mean? Enoch died nearly 80 years ago. Does it matter what he did? Does it even matter if he framed Charlie Shaw at this point? Who's left to be hurt by any of this? Us. The town. Ugh, what now? The only thing Gretchen says is bark and woof. Oh, that's worse. Oh, that's worse, I feel. Because you can hear her till then, so that's worse. They took away her dog autonomy. What now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Their names are back to normal. They must not be in character anymore. Maybe it's getting weaker. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Or maybe it's getting stronger. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. I've been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No. It is absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us have anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit. You can't actually make either of us do anything, can you? I can keep you here, and I can do whatever I want with them. You can refuse, but if you do, then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I am owed. I don't understand. You will live a shorter life, and I will finally be satisfied. I will have justice. I will finally die. I will leave this house at last. How much shorter would my life be? You aren't seriously entertaining this thing, are you? That isn't for you to know. Just as it wasn't for me to know. One day, sooner than you'd like, you will die. Sybil? I hope I didn't come too late. Mom! All of you'd better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. So she called Sybil. Refused to say she called Sybil and just told us she called an old family friend. We know the witch is an important part of this. And the witch, this is a small town, so most of these people, most of their families probably stayed in the town. I have a feeling it's like a curse, like they mentioned before. The town is cursed. People who leave are always subject to misfortune. That's probably why my life was the way it is. That's why my mom died. Tabitha, I don't think it is wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why's that my problem? It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who actually lives in this town. It's only right. We could share it. Tabby, we could share it. Oh, you missed it. I got her to say we're friends at the start of this night. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. I agree with Sybil. Tabitha, you should be the one to handle this. I'm not leaving before I put this thing to rest. You take a step towards the spotlight. As you move forward, you feel Tabitha's hand on your shoulder. Busley, what are you doing? Where are Oscar and Rosalina going to live if I don't do this? What if someone wanders into the annex and gets stuck in this labyrinth? I'm doing something you never have the guts to do. Our family ruined Charlie's life. We have a responsibility to make things right. Sybil's right here. Please don't do this. You wordlessly step into the spotlight. Like, I could convince her, but I could also just do it. And not sit here arguing. You know? Yeah! I did kind of throw Kanika under the bus to get her to call me her friend. But it still happened. I bet I could have convinced Tabitha to take that on. I wonder what she looks like old. I bet she's so pretty. Hey, buddy. I'm really sorry that happened to you. And shit's probably only gonna get worse as we go along, because we haven't even addressed all of them freaking minors. For the first time in what feels like hours, the earth around you feels solid, real, but also soft. You feel it pressing in on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the second as the soil settles. Claw your way out. Your arms tear at the earth until they break through into the air. Look behind you. As you gasp for breath, you take a look into the pit behind you. Charles' mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken, at the bottom of the pit. You're only able to maintain your gaze for a moment before exhaustion overwhelms you. With the last of your strength, you hoist yourself from the pit and collapse on the floor. You feel like death. No. Busley, what happened to you? You look awful. It's done, Tabitha. If you have anything regrets, keep them to yourself. You try and think of words to say, but you're still delirious from what happened, and you struggle to form coherent thoughts. Come along, Busley. Let's get you home. You quietly walk towards the stairs. Tabitha rushes to your side to give you a shoulder to lean on as you walk. Good. You're my cousin and my friend. You're outside. It's real this time. The cool breeze chills you deeper than it should, and you realize just how drained you feel. Your legs are heavier, harder to lift as you make your way down the steps of the library, your lungs wheezing as if you've run a marathon. You can almost feel how pale your face has become. Your lips dry and thin. Your hands almost trembling with the effort of raising them to your face as you trace the new lines and furrows that have formed there. I'm gonna go wait by the car. Just let me know when you're ready to go home. Your cousin walks off before you get the chance to respond. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you earlier tonight. I had no idea what you were planning to do. How were we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to go poking into the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so... Kanika stops mid-sentence as she realizes what's happened to you. Oh my God, Busley, you poor thing. My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least. And poor Rosalina. I'll make sure to bring them both tea later. I think I have just to sing. Mom, this is no time for tea. Jesus, the girl's lost a leg. She needs real medication. Real medication comes from natural ingredients, doesn't it? What I have to offer is no different than what Dr. Kelly would prescribe. Besides, after all you've seen, are you really so sure that you have that much a grasp on the real and unreal? Busley, did you... This house is clean. Yeah, it's over. It's been over, but I feel like I've been just aged a decade. This house is clean. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, and I'm so sorry. I don't know how I can possibly make this up to you. So that really happened then. That ghost really took away years of your life. I'm afraid so. Everything in this world has a price. And those years were unfortunately what it took to put that spirit to rest. I can't believe Tabitha let you do that. It's outrageous. If anyone should have paid that price to put that ghost to rest, it should have been her. You don't even live here. You're barely even a Scarlet. It's just... it's so unfair. It was my choice to make. Don't bring Tabitha into it. See, this is why Tabitha should have done it. Your life has changed forever and you're just okay with it. I agree. It is unfair, but I did my best to sway her, and what is done is done. There's no use to dwell on things. Kanika takes a deep breath and sighs. You know, Busley, that salt and pepper looks good on you. Maybe this isn't all bad. Kanika. Sorry, just trying to be positive. Stella's way better at that. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's standing off by herself. It'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who'd just seen a ghost, but this is Stella we're talking about. I'm gonna go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. Oh, hey, Busley. There was another one of those carvings in there. I'm so sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. I'm so sorry, Busley. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? She hurries off down the road. I don't think she's still possessed. She did take a lot of it. She killed us. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because someone goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her climb up more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. And nobody here should be rushing after anyone right now. That goes doubly for you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. Now, hey, what cold? Hey. Not a single person has mentioned to us that Kanika's been feeling ill. outside of the fact that this morning she felt foggy. And her mom's a witch. So I don't know what's going on there, but I don't really trust that. I don't think Sybil's like actively malicious, but I think that specific element is untrustworthy. If the butcher does not get any ideas, Busley, you need time to recover. There was another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. I ran into Wayne. He vaguely threatened Stella he did threat, yeah. Were you all conscious the whole time? Do any of you know? He threatened Stella. A little bit, kind of. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? It's pretty hot. I don't know. I do think he's harmless. He had plenty of opportunities to hurt me in there, but he didn't even touch me, sadly. He never touched you yet. It's hard to find that reassuring. There was someone else in there, but that's my house. Rosalina and I live there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Busley for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear, and he won't make trouble. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in the last day? How could I have just let this happen? You couldn't have known. You couldn't have known. None of us knew. Don't blame yourself. I'd seen it before. I should have known it could get worse. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've both had the difficult time of this, but the storm has passed. Things start getting better from here. There was another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. I wonder if those things are tied to every supernatural thing happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights. And if you're right, and there's another one in the clinic. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town and they've been giving you visions? This is news to me, too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There's plenty of time for that tomorrow. Bussy, if you have the time, I'd love to discuss those visions over tea after you've had the chance to get some rest. That's very fair. I should head back with Tabitha. Now I should probably head back inside. It's starting to get chilly out and there's still work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will, thank you. All of you. Again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You'll need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Busley? Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, and about what's happening to you, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Busley. The news? Oh. Interesting. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. I guess it's just the two of us now. What do you remember? Do you regret coming along? Do you regret coming along tonight? I can't believe you're the one being apologetic right now. These bruises are temporary, you know. Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days. But it was also kind of an amazing one for that. I don't know if that makes sense, but how many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost? Okay. So how traumatized are you right now? Avery chuckles, then grabs their ribs, wincing. Honestly, trauma like this is pretty rad. Way better than the normal kind. I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling. And knowing we all went through it together makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning when the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. And, I hope you feel better soon. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Okie dokie. As soon as you get into the car, the exhaustion of the night's events overwhelm you. We don't even get to talk? We don't even get to... The heck? The ache in your bones becomes a dull throb as your body sinks into the seat and your eyelids pull shut as if weighted by lead sheets. We're back. Do you need me to carry you inside? Dang, I was asleep. That would be really nice. It hurts to be alive. I'm fine. I can get up. Good to know you're not entirely broken. Now, come on. Let's get you to bed. You're not the older cousin anymore, Tabby. You're back inside. The chill of the night breeze is a little better here, but your legs are numb with exhaustion. Well, we're back. I have to imagine you want to get to bed. I want to talk about Wade. Like, really talk. Do you really have the energy to keep talking? What does he know that you're afraid to find out? Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? Why is he all gross? Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. So into he now. Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Ugh, does it really matter? I was scared in there, and right now I'm exhausted. I can barely think straight. Who cares if Wayne's a he or an it anyways? Either way, he's bad news and you'd best steer clear. Talking isn't doing much good for your condition. If you keep going, you might just collapse on the floor. You can barely stand right now. We're getting you to bed. You're too tired to possibly object. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all. And then the bus comes. I'd like to stay in touch after this is all done. We've both got plenty of time to think that over. Anyway, not. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself enter the guest room and fall into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since your first arrival in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, at the expense of unknown years of your life. The specter of the night's events will linger over you for every day you have left, a grim reminder of the price you willingly paid for the crimes of a family you never met. Maybe it'll be easier in the morning. Maybe your joints will ache just a little less than they do now. Maybe you can still right the capsized ship of your now broken life. Or maybe things will only get worse from here. Episode 4 awaits. Liz is a stick-up with Street Smart and Yami Yugi. Okay. Note, the decision you made in episode 3 bears heavy physical consequences, and a visual reminder of those consequences will follow you for the rest of the game. You can reduce the intensity of this visual reminder or remove it entirely at any point in preferences. Now, I don't know what that means. Oh, it's off. Well, what does full mean? Would you like to see a recap? So I am going to save and end the stream here, but I do want to see what the... Ah! You open your eyes. It's a new day. That's crazy. Okay. Well. That was great, guys. We are now very close to being caught up to where TJ and I are in our personal file. I might also start a new file that's truly just made to romance Wayne. I think he'd be fun. It'd be fun to have a stalker boyfriend, a little serial killer boyfriend, you know? Not for real, but fictionally. Yeah, it's a very wonderful experience. I'm very glad to be able to share it with you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, TJ. Always my main guy. Yeah, I will be back on Thursday with a spooky stream. Probably this again. I swear I won't just be playing Scarlet Hollow. I do have a consistent schedule of I was deciding on if I'd wanted to do like 3 spooky streams and 1 regular stream, or 2 spooky streams and 2 regular streams. But I do think I am kind of leaning towards 3 spooky streams and 1 regular stream, and having the regular stream be on Sundays. That is what I'm going to do. I'm making the executive decision right now that my weekday streams are spooky and my weekend stream is not spooky. And that's going to be how it works. So, I'll see you all on Thursday. I still don't. Maybe I do, because I have so many other games. But also, I'm really obsessed with this game right now. We'll probably be playing Scarlet Hollow again. If not, you guys will receive message. Follow me at my little VOD channel and my Instagram. All of my VODs get posted on my YouTube as soon as possible. It doesn't always work out that it gets put up right away, but for VOD watchers, I'm sorry you lost like half of this stream, but it was one of my longer streams, so it's not like you get any, like, you're not missing anything time-wise. You still get the same amount of me sitting in your background or watching me while you eat or whatever you've decided to use my stream for. I'm always happy for anyone who watches, getting to share this wonderful experience with all of you. Yeah. Without further ado, hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.